work on the on the melodic content of the first movement, especially because you said that it's fourth and fifth, obviously, but it's obvious in the harmony. That's what where you based basically. How do you create those melodies, though? Do you follow the rule because you know that it needs to be fourth, it needs to be fifth, and you need to follow a specific pattern? Or are you giving yourself freedom and yeah, how what's the process when you write the melody of this? Because it's a very melodic piece as well, isn't it?
Yes. So basically, because I mean, I could have written just the fourths straight, like you know, or but you know, what inspired me the most, I think, to create these melodies and to make the music current, because I'm being inspired by these traditional old or early music kind of styles. I wanted to I took a little bit of inspiration from, for example, the principles of Schoenberg of doing disjunct melodies, of being like very separate intervals or not very common to the ear, you know, and you can hear it in the, for example, in the, what is it? Here,
yeah, it's all the seventh big, yes.
Like very big leaps changing, you know, which in, like if you see like it's like the same principle of fourth, but because the fourth creates the second and the seventh,
you can get the seventh out of it.
I get the seventh out of it, you know.
Okay, that answers my question. Thank you.
Yes.
I can just for the part I can just make a constatation that all what you said about this ancient religions that I can hear even without text, because I was first hearing composition this morning and then later reading text. So so I can just say that you made to create the atmosphere. I was not aware specifically what is it, but I could hear in these chords and the atmosphere, the echoes from some chapel. I'm just sharing with you my impressions. So,
yeah,
so you, I can tell that you got the point with your music.
No, thank you.
That's something nice.
That's exactly it. You know, and if I may add, the whole point, for example, of the feeling of the chapel and the spiritual experience that I create, for example, with the very high intense dynamic changes, you know, it was to create this conversation between like the higher power and you.
That's what I wanted to ask. What inspired you? I mean, it comes later. Tatisti didn't play, but I heard this morning. What inspired you with these contrasts later in this third movement? Or
the third movement. So let me go to the third movement. Yes. So, for example, like it was for me like a journey. You know? So you start the first movement with this introduction of you go into the church, you know, like or into the synagogue, to some place, sacred place, doesn't matter, and you do like a plea to a higher power, whatever that is, to you or anyone, and then the conversation starts, and that's why like the contrasting dynamics, and you know, and then the journey takes us to the second movement of when the bells call you, like it's like a tradition of playing bells or just calling out to